Hello and welcome. I have a pretty exciting art announcement. I've been putting out a lot of fine art, and I know that's not within everyone's budget range, and that's okay. I've finally released a poster shop that is aimed for more affordable art for everyone. Most of the holdup on that was I was trying to get the quality right, and it's, getting printing across the globe for an affordable rate is not easy. So I spent a lot of time refining it. I've got so many samples. I'm very happy with the quality of these pieces. The colors print really vibrantly, and I'm very happy with it. So you can get pieces. I'm very happy with these. I'm going to be filling this with a bunch of really nice, vibrant abstracts. I have a bunch of different collections. So this is my generative abstract expression piece. You can also commission these if you'd like, but you can see how they look on the wall. There's different sizes, so the smaller ones are more affordable. I think my art looks best big, so I always recommend getting them big, but you can do whatever you want. If you want custom sizes, talk to me and we can work that out too. Like if you want to go smaller than that, I typically don't like to, but it's available. So those are available. There will be way more when you get there. And then one that a lot of people were asking about is the AI art. So my Anthropos piece, it's available on print. I had to slightly downscale it. It was designed to be 36 inches by 48. So this is going to have slightly less details, but it's not too bad. The paper quality is really nice. It's museum quality silk. So I'm very happy with that. The print quality, it comes out looking just like this. It's really, really nice. You can see what it would look like in your room. I will have a white or like an inverted color scheme of this too. Right now I just have the left half. You can buy, I'm gonna have the left and right half of each because I think it's cool and they get if you just want one face. And I really like how the white looks on paper. Actually, it looks kind of like an old map. So I would almost recommend getting this one on paper and the black one on metal if you're interested in that. But on paper, this just looks really sick. So you have this fine detail throughout the entire image. It looks, I'm pretty happy with it. So that's the poster shop. I will be putting a bunch of things on here, so check the description. If you want to get to it, you can go to my website, calebgannon.com, and click on shop. Otherwise, there'll be links in the description to take you there. And I'll be filling out more collections as we go. I have a little bit of generative asemic writing too. This one you can get in two sizes. If you want a smaller piece for cheaper, you can do that too. And it looks really cool. Just kind of a simple but elegant piece if you want something to think about in your room or something like that. Here's the art file. So yeah, that's the art I have. I'm really excited about this poster shop, so go check it out. Otherwise, enjoy the video. Hello and welcome to more Penny Dreadful. Today, taking a little bit of a break from Control, playing some combo Storm. It's Pyromancer Ascension, which for the longest time I thought this was Pyromancer's Ascension. It's just Pyromancer Ascension. Fantastic artwork. For those who don't know this card, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that has the same name as a card in your graveyard, you may put a quest counter on this. And then if you cast instant or sorcery spells when this has 2 quest counters, you get to copy that spell. And the key synergy here is you get to copy that spell. And I'm trying to combine that with Splice onto Arcane. So Splice onto Arcane is kind of an old mechanic, but it's awesome. Basically, as you cast an arcane spell, you can also reveal other cards and add their effects onto that spell. And if you copy the spell after splicing onto it, you still get the extra ability. So the combo one we'll go through is Reach Through Mists. This is just blue arcane, draw a card. You cast this, you draw a card. But you can splice a Glacial Ray onto Reach Through Mists. So you spend blue, and then you add 1 red, and now you draw a card and do 2 damage. And that's 1 spell. So now if you have Pyromancer Ascension out, and you copy that, then you draw 2 cards and you do 2 damage to 2 different targets, which is fantastic. And the cool thing is, you don't actually lose Glacial Ray. You only lose Reach Through Mists. So if you have 2 Glacial Rays in your hand and 2 Reach Through Mists, you can cast Reach Through Mists, splice 2 Glacial Rays, hit them for 4. Cast another Reach Through Mist, splice 2 Glacial Rays, hit them for 4. And then you still have all these Glacial Rays in hand. So it's a really easy win condition with Pyromancer's Ascension. The combo here is with Psychic Puppetry. This one is spliced onto Arcane Blue, and it lets you tap or untap target permanents. So if you have a bounce land, and you cast Psychic Puppetry on something, you get to untap the bounce land and you add mana that way. If you have Pyromancer's Ascension out, and you cast Reach Through Mist, splicing on Evermind and Psychic Puppetry, suddenly you're drawing a bunch of cards and untapping lands, and you've built your own better Frantic Search that you can also tack on Glacial Rays to. And the other thing is you could put multiple Psychic Puppetries onto a spell. The important thing is you can't target the same permanent a bunch. You can't put 2 Psychic Puppetries and target the same Is It Boilerworks. But if you target 2 different ones, then they'll both untap, and then you get a ton of mana if you can copy it with Pyromancer Ascension. Frantic Search is always good with Pyromancer's Ascension. It's not card advantage though, so I felt like we needed the Psychic Puppetry, Reach Through Mists, Evermind type combos, and then you just kill them with Glacial Ray. And then Expansion Explosion is here. I wanted to add Counterspell, but then I realized I'm only really going to be using Counterspell to counter someone else like disrupting our stuff. So Expansion, in a lot of cases, can like counter their Counterspell, but also this card can target like a Reach Through Mist that has a bunch of things spliced onto it. So this kind of acts as like a fail-safe Pyromancer Ascension. And sometimes you cast Explosion, because you can get tons of mana with Frantic Search bounce lands. And that's basically the main deck. The sideboard, we get the old bait and switch. My favorite card, Glorybringer's coming in. I almost want to just make this like Caleb puts Glorybringer in every single deck. And I would not complain about that. I love this card. It's awesome. So post sideboarding, I don't think this is a great metagame call. This deck probably won't do so well because everyone's like running better graveyard decks. So there's like a million Nihil Spellbombs and Ravenous Traps, which are incidentally good against us. So to kind of play around that, we have post sideboard, we're going to bring in Saheeli, 2 Glorybringers, and 2 Sprite Dragons, just so we have like win cons. Expansion Explosion against more counterspell decks. These to deal with creatures, and then Graveyard Hate is necessary. See you guys in the rounds. All right, we're playing against Carmendor. Let's go first. So we have Reach Through Mist, Taxine Probe. I think we're likely to hit a land here, so we're going to keep. Are you streaming? Recording. And let's see what our opponent's working with over there. And the reason for Taxine Probing first is we could hit Opt, which is just better than Reach Through Mist at heading things. Carmendor says, hello all. And they say hello back. Ooh. Okay, Dire Tactics. What is this? Exile target creature. So they have 1 dead card. Cartel Aristocrat. Protection from the color of your choice. And doubles that. This is a sweet looking deck. And so, this is exactly what I was talking about. Now we can hit Opt and we have a higher chance of hitting a land here. Evermind, we bottom. I don't want to probe this turn. I'll wait a turn. Because I already played my land, like I'm not going to do anything else. And extra information can be useful. We probably want to Glacial Ray their Aristocrat, but we really want to hit a land here. Okay, let's probe again. I don't love going down on life, but it is what it is. Dismiss their hand. Okay, there's Temple. Perfect. These probes, I'm going to bottom that one actually. That probe will probably cause us some issues. So I think we're just going to hopefully draw an untapped land, and then we can Glacial Ray the Aristocrat. Xantha the Necromancer becomes a 2/2 when it dies as well. Yeah, so I think we want to kill that. Let's Reach Through Mist now. One is going to be a little bit confused. No, tap land! Okay, well, I think we're just going to Glacial Ray. Is it Boiler Works? I will put that on top, actually. I think our hand's going to be good. So we just Glacial Ray this, and then we get a bunch of time. They played a Plains that last turn, and that. Dire Tactics, and exile a creature. Go ahead. Yeah, we'll just kill this. Hitting their sack outlet with a bunch of Xantha Necromancers is probably a good idea. They play the Chapel into a Necromancer. Their clock is not very quick. So let's play these Boiler Works. And we Reach Through Mists, like splicing on Psychic Puppetry. Untapping the Boiler Works. Untap, yes. I already played a land this turn. I think I actually want a Frantic Search and potentially discard this Isn't Boiler Works. Yeah. And then play Boiler Works, Temple, Temple. There's really no need to go instant now because I have all these lands, so we can just return this island. So we have access to 4 mana. Yeah, let's Reach Through Mist and Psychic Puppetry again. We're really trying to hit a Pyromancer's Ascension here. Untap, yes. We can Peer Through Depths and Psychic Puppetry. This would honestly just be a sweet Storm deck. I guess Brain Freeze might be in the format. Ooh, Expansion Explosion. Might just go for that, actually. We'll put Thought Scours and then lands. And I can Peer Through Depths again. I can Thought Scour, but I guess I could just do all that on their turn, so we'll just wait. Play another Necromancer. Yeah, not a whole lot I can do about that. I kind of want to Thought Scour them to get a bit more information. So I think they've played pretty much everything except for Dire Tactics. Cartel Aristocrat. Okay, well I milled the right thing. I don't love seeing more Expansion Explosions. Like, having a couple is fine. Having this many is not great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can cast it for 1. Which is not amazing. I guess we're going to Peer Through Depths Psychic Puppetry here, and then copy it with expansion explosion. So we cast this, hold control, splice psychic puppetry onto the boiler works, play okay. Then we expansion this. Yeah, okay, we're doing something. Definitely want this to just be on the boiler works. Frantic Search or Opt. Honestly, at this point, I think I just want Opt. There's the Ascension that we wanted. Untap this, yes. Then we tap this for mana, then we untap it again. Other Peer Through Depths is actually pretty good. Frantic Search, then lands. Untap this, yes. We can do some type of thing. Let's cast Opt. No, let's just do this again. Peer Through Depths, splicing Psychic Puppetry, untapping this. Getting another Psychic Puppetry. We need a Pyromancer's Ascension so badly. And I think we're going to opt and copy it with expansion. There it is, okay. I'm kind of sad. Down on the bottom. Okay, now we can go off. Holy cow, that took forever. Ooh, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't think we die, but we're definitely dead next turn. Alright, deck, give us an Arcane. Glacial Ray might be good enough. We can go Pyromancer Ascension. I kind of want to play Temple of Epiphany. I think basically if we're going off, we're going to be able to win. So I want to make sure I draw good things. Like drawing a land there would have been pretty bad. Now we can probe. And I'm just going to pay life. I don't think I'm surviving this turn. Dire Tactics terminate. Okay. We're down to 3. So Opt is in my graveyard, so I can cast Opt. Glacial Ray is also in my graveyard. Actually, I think I can survive this turn. I could just tap that and then kill their stuff. Let's Opt. Easy ability, yes. Peer Through Depths. Okay, that actually might work. So now we don't have quite the mana, but we can cast Psychic Puppetry and it'll happen twice. Easy ability, yes. Same targets. We get to untap our Boiler Works. Float mana. Untap our Boiler Works. Now we get to Peer Through Depths with Psychic Puppetry spliced. Now we get more mana. Okay, we're doing something. Same targets. I think I just want a Glacial Ray. And we untap yes. Add mana. Psychic Puppetry or Frantic Search. Honestly, I think at this point I just want Reach Through Mists. And then we're going to put Frantic Search, Glacial Ray. I think my deck is mostly just mana at this point. So now we can go Reach Through Mists. Start splicing Psychic Puppetry here. Glacial Ray at their face. Glacial Ray at their face. Oh, I don't have enough. Okay. Reach Through Mists. Psychic Puppetry this. Glacial Ray their face. It takes a long time to kill. Easy ability, yes. Name targets. Untap, yes. Float mana. I actually need to hit something here, and Evermind was perfect. So now we cast Glacial Ray, targeting them, splicing Evermind and Puppetry. We're going to go up to 4 mana. Easy ability, yes. Same one. The old Glacial Ray, untap a land, draw a card. Easy ability, yes. Untap the Boil Works for sure. So now let's Gitaxian Probe. Hopefully draw us a Frantic Search. I don't think we've hit one yet. This deck goes off hard. It's kind of beautiful. Yes, we know their hand. Okay, that's a lot of Thought Scours. We really want to see a Frantic Search. Or an Arcane. Is it Boiler Works? We can Thought Scour. We're down to 12. Can Thought Scour them and still have enough mana for Frantic Search? Same targets. This deck takes forever to win. Come on, deck. We need a Frantic Search. There's an Ascension. Okay, I mean, we can still do this if we cast Glacial Ray, targeting them, splicing Psychic Puppetry. We still get extra mana. Float, they go down to 10, they go down to 8. Now we can Thought Scour. There's Frantic Search. Okay, always yes, always yield to this trigger. Okay, now we're doing it. Now we Frantic Search. Always yes to this. Okay, now we can start discarding things. There's another Frantic Search. Now we just have to find one more Glacial Ray and we're good to go. Red, blue. Discard these. Untap these. Play another Pyromancer's Ascension. Cast Frantic Search. Discard these. I have another Pyromancer's Ascension. Alright, deck. We need actually Psychic Puppetry. I think maybe that could be enough. Let's play another Ascension. Play Psychic Puppetry. Targeting this, splicing this and this. This is taking so long and I am sorry. Same targets for everything. Yes, I'd like to tap this. Head manas. Alright, I mean, I have to hit something here. I get to draw 3 cards, and I need to hit a Glacial Ray of some sorts. But I think I know pretty much the bottom cards of my library, and I think I triggered it so that there won't be any issues. Come on, deck. There's an opt. Okay. There's another Ascension. This opt. I mean, Glacial Ray is somewhere in the bottom of my deck, and I think I can win from there. Nevermind, no. Am I out of win cons? Frantic Search, I guess I do put on top. I can Frantic Search and then cast my last Glacial Ray to hit them for 8 damage. And now I just don't copy anything. Ooh, that was close. Psychic Puppetry, targeting this. Splicing Glacial Ray, targeting their face. Oh my gosh. Why are there so many triggers? Help! Yes. I don't really need any more mana here. Untap. Untap, yes. And then they die to my last Psychic Puppetry, killing them. Oh, we did it. Okay. That was one game. Oh, with 1 life. Okay. Sideboarding. We want a lot of creature removal, Pyroclasm, Storm's Wrath, Glorybringer. I kind of want Saheeli. Making blocker seems quite useful. I'm gonna get rid of Expansion Explosion. Psychic Puppetry is good, but they're probably gonna take out quite a bit of our graveyard. So I'm actually gonna side out a Pyromancer's Ascension and a Psychic Puppetry. Thought Scour is fine. I'll just side out a Thought Scour and 1 Frantic Search. Actually, I don't think I need this many Storm's Wraths. So we still have the win cons available. Yeah, we'll run it like this. I just apologize to my opponent. I will keep this hand. Saheeli seems great. Oh, in Glacial Ray, nice. Bottom this land. We're basically, the plan is to just cast Saheeli, hoping they just have like Nihil Spellbombs or Ravenous Traps. Yeah, Dryad Militant, also a thing that gets around this. Psychic Puppetry. So I don't really want to cast anything here. Hopefully they don't have too big of a follow-up and we can keep Saheeli around. I don't want to burn my Glacial Ray just yet either. It would be really nice to get up to like 4 mana and be able to like Peer Through Depths Glacial Ray. They have 2 Dryad Militants. Nothing else. Do I want to even cast Peer Through Depths? I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna... They have red, so they could have burn on my Saheeli. I'm gonna go for it though. We're gonna just cast the Naked Saheeli and hope she sticks. Because the 1/1s are gonna be very good against the Dryad Militants. And if they don't have burn, they can only hit her down to 1. And like, we don't care if she's at low loyalty, we just care if she's at non-zero. Pierce Oligarch, okay. We draw Frantic Search. So I can Frantic Search to try and hit lands. I think I am going to do that. So we can get rid of Thought Scour. And I don't... this is hard. I guess I don't quite need Psychic Puppetry. Actually, no, Psychic Puppetry is good. I can use that to tap down a blocker. I'm going to get rid of Frantic Search, actually. Untap these. Yeah, we're actually fine now. Because I can, like, Glacial Ray plus Psychic Puppetry if I really need to. Bounce land. I have 4 lands now. But I can, like, really start splicing spells very soon. So I think we're going to keep that. Okay, so opponent's moving to combat. I'm going to Glacial Ray, Splicing, Psychic Puppetry. This plays around a removal spell. Because now they can kill my Servo, but that doesn't really stop it. I guess they could... Okay, that's good. They get to draw 2. We do get another Servo, though, and we're kind of just drawing to Glorybringers at this point. Double Village Rites? Yikes. Okay. That's pretty good. 7 cards in hand now. Attacks the Healy, we block. And they do also have that haste flyer. We know what we're drawing. So we're gonna have to like peer through depths, splicing something and kill the spirit. Which I guess I could do now. Hit the spirit. Now we have 2 blockers. And the reason for doing that now is we're gonna play our bounce land. If they happen to play the hasty flyer, which they're very likely to do, we're gonna be in trouble. I want Storm's Wrath or Storm's Wrath or Reach Through Mist. I almost want Reach Through Mist more. Play Boilerworks, bounce a land. Last turn. I'm not even going to attack with the Servo. This plays around removal. We just lose to the haste flyer. Or we don't lose, but we're gonna have a worse time. So we've lost not actually that many spells. Cruel Celebrant. Each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Okay. We can probe them to see what's going on. Do I want to pay the life? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I actually do want to pay life because I'd like to also Evermind. Nature's Chant, Destroy Artifacts, Butcher of the Horde, Vision's Lifelink or Haste. Okay, so they're going to send in a hasty Butcher of the Horde. But we have Psychic Puppetry. I actually like this deck a lot. This is sweet. Can they draw Thraben Inspector? That's a good draw. Butcher the Horde gain indestructible? No, just Vigilance, Lifelink, or Haste. Okay. Okay, so they put him in. They want to sacrifice something right now. Okay, so that happens. Let's cast Reach Through Mists. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we're gonna splice this, hitting a... do I care about my life total is the question. Or do I care about things in play? I think I would like to be able to set up Pyromancer's Ascension. So I'm going to kill the Dryad Militant. Psychic Puppetry is going to hit that. This is going to draw us a card. Blue, blue, red, blue, blue. Tap him. We draw another thing. So they are going to hit us with a lot of Cruel Celebrant triggers, but we're going to kill the Cruel Celebrants very quickly. So there's a temple. I think we just go untapped land and pass. We're going to like Psychic Puppetry, tap down the Butcher, and then Glacial Ray down a Cruel Celebrant. At the beginning of combat, we cast this, targeting him. Then we splice Glacial Ray targeting this. And I guess we can Evermind. I don't need a Psychic Puppetry. Tap him, yes. Ooh, and we draw Glorybringer. Okay, so I can Thought Scour them, I think. Or I guess I can Thought Scour myself. This is the beauty of this deck. I have not that much time. We're going to Thought Scour them. Now we Glorybringer. Keeping up Psychic Puppetry. Attack and Exert. We kill Butcher. Play Temple. I don't think we're going to die here. Frantic Search. I'll bottom that. I just want more Arcane so I can keep Glacial Raying. And opponent has just a bunch of dead cards in hand, so like, I think we might actually do this. This deck is so sweet because it has the ability to grind them out with all the main deck cards. Like, none of this is new. We'll attack with servos. I think just closing the game out here is important. Now we get to Glorybringer the Celebrant. Cartel Aristocrat. So let's Reach Through Mists. Splicing Glacial Ray Evermind. There's our Ascension. They have a card that can kill it, but like, that's fine. I don't care that much. And I'm not even going to cast a spell here. I think we're just fine as we are. We could just attack and exert our Glorybringer. Attack with all of them. Attack and exert. Kill this. We're doing work. Play the land. I'm not even going to play the Pyromancer Ascension. There's no point. Necromancer's fine. I think we can probably just kill them this turn by tapping down their Necromancer with the Puppetry. Reach Through Mists. Puppetry this. Glacial Ray them. Evermind. Tap this, yes. So they go to 9, 6, 7. Can Reach Through Mist, Glacial Ray them. And then they die to my servos. Swing out. Oh, they have a thing! Oh, they can kill one of them. Yeah, they still take 7 though. Respectable though. Oh, they have both? That's funny. Alright, we're gonna do this. Untapping. Oh, I could have untapped a Glorybringer. That would have been sick. I should have done that. Psychic Puppetry, Glorybringer, Xrd is my new favorite combo. What says GG's? No problem about it taking a long time. Thank you. Very good sport. Okay, round 1 down. Gotta loosen the belt buckle or whatever. We're in for a long one. See you guys next round. Oh, right, we're playing against Purples and Paper. Opponent says they love my videos, and they said have fun, good luck to me as well. Proper etiquette, have fun, good luck. We're gonna keep. Double Probe is bad in some matchups, like against Red. So... Oh, Triple Probe? I don't like that. Opt. I'm actually gonna bottom this Opt. I just don't have the mana to cast all of these things. And there's no reason to cast Gitaxian Probe just yet. It's better to wait and get more info. Double Red means I'm probably in big trouble though. Alright, we're gonna probe and try and hit a land here. Oh, okay. Whoa. Whoa, what is going on here? This is very different. Yadaro, Wandering Monster. You cycle it. Oh, I see. So they're just going for big God Pharaoh's gifts. Okay, we're in a bit of trouble here. We do draw the Boiler Works. We're gonna have to discard the hand size if we go with that. Can opt a discard Bane. So this is gone and a Bane is gone. Island. I'm actually gonna put the island on top. I don't really want to Thought Scour them. So we will Thought Scour ourselves. God Pharaoh's Gift is spicy though. They need to draw a lot of lands, but they do have some ways to get there. We just have to win before they can go off. Thought Scour ourselves. We hit Evermind, Peer Through Depths. Okay, let's... I've already cast Probe, so I would love to save Probe for post Pyromancer's Ascension. So I guess we Peer Through Depths, which is also in my graveyard. Alright, I'm gonna cast Probe. I don't think my life total matters that much, and if I draw an Ascension, I'd like to be able to play it into the Boiler Works. Ooh, they drew Seething Song, so they have 5 6 mana, so I'm very close to dying. I'm just gonna Probe again. Actually, let's Peer Through Depths, I guess. Frantic Search seems good with all this nonsense I have in my hand. There was an Ascension. There were 2 Ascensions? Oh no. We're in trouble. Play the Boiler Works. They don't quite know that we're playing Pyromancer's Ascension, I don't think. So I think they just need to draw like a land and then we just lose. So that's exciting. Right, they Seething Song up to 5, Pyrotic Ritual up to 6, they drew the land. Oh, Geosurge. Okay, well they just kind of drew perfectly. Geosurge makes this make a lot more sense. This is spicy. So when this attacks, I exile 2 permanents I control. Goodbye lands. And I just want to make sure, yeah, it does stay in play. Okay, so we're just going to concede. I'm not going to beat that. Spicy deck. So we have Nihil Spell Bombs. I don't think Ravenous Trap really works against this deck so much, as unfortunate as it is. Storm's Wrath gives us like a potential hope to do something. The other option is we just let them do their thing and try and go off as quickly as possible. I think I'm just going to get rid of expansions for Nihil Spell Bombs, and they don't know our deck, so I think we just run it back. Okay, going first. Yeah, there's the Pyromancers. We just need to hit an untapped land. We have Temple of Epiphany plus Gitaxian Probe to get there. Put that on top. Okay. This should go much better than last time. We could even Psychic Puppetry down their creatures if we need to. Go with Ascension. And I'm not even going to Probe just yet. It's possible I die. They could go Ritual, Seething Song, Geosurge. Ooh, Iron Crag Feet. Okay, wait, this deck is sweet. What? That's awesome. I actually love their deck. Let's Probe them. Geosurge, Geosurge, God Pharaoh's Gift, God Pharaoh's Gift, Iron Crag Feet, Seat. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's a lot of mana. So, I guess we're just gonna have to continuously tap down. I mean, they're gonna go for a Mer Battlesphere most likely. I'm guessing they're going to play around some type of... Oh, wait. Oh, they're missing lands. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, I didn't realize that they needed to hit red for Seething Song. So we're actually okay here. We can Peer Through Depths, and there's no point in showing them Psychic Puppetry. Opt versus Thought Scour. I guess Thought Scour is a bit better because it can put cards in my graveyard. Frantic Search. So I have Probe, Peer Through Depths, Thought Scour, Spell Bomb. I get to cast Probe. That puts another counter on this thing. So they need to draw a land. I guess we can Psychic Puppetry, Splicing Glacial Ray. I kind of want to Frantic Search as well. It's Frantic Search. I have a bunch of Psychic Puppetry, so this seems reasonable. We can discard these two, untap these. And at this point, I think we're just going to go Pyromancer's Ascension, land. So if they draw a land, they can Seething Song into Iron Crane Feet, cast Godfarrow's Gift. So I think I do just cast Psychic Puppetry on their upkeep and tap down a mountain. They did draw the land. That's not great. I draw Peer Through Depths. Okay, that's actually perfect. Okay, go ahead. We need them to not draw another land now. Cast and Splice Psychic Puppetry. 3. Trigger the Ascension. Trigger the Ascension. Frantic Search, Opt, and Thought Scour. I guess I would like to Opt. I have enough mana, I need card advantage. Alright, don't draw an untapped red. Nice. Now we Opt, and that will trigger just this. Oh, I should have gotten Thought Scour. I didn't think. Okay, Reach the Mist was perfect though. Temple, bottom. Okay, we're fine. Now we can actually double tap mountains for them. We can Probe. We always want to copy. Done. So this one, put a quest counter. I don't care about the quest counter, so we'll yield to that. And we'll yield to this quest counter as well. We draw another Psychic Puppetry and another Reach Through Mist. Did I draw a land this turn? I didn't. So it's possible I could go off here actually. Let's go ahead and Reach Through Mists, placing double Psychic Puppetry. Wait. Yeah. Placing these two. Tapping this, this. Oh my gosh. Blue, blue, blue. Reach Through Mists. Placing this on this. Placing this on this. Okay. There we go. Untap yes. Untap yes. Add red. Add blue. And we untap these again. Tap yes. Untap yes. Oh, I didn't realize that I had 3. Yikes. Okay, I missed out on 2 mana there. Now we can Opt. We're just looking for a bounce land, really. Don't need this. Glacial Ray is good too. Frantic Search is also very good. Boilerworks, perfect. So now we can play our Boilerworks. No reason to like do that respond to the trigger thing, but now we Frantic Search. And I think we just win from there. Discard lands, untap, float. Always yes to this one. Discard land and never mind. Tap these. Float. And I think we could just like Glacial Ray a bunch of times. I don't even need Nihil Spellbomb or Thought Scour. So let's do this, do this, do this. Glacial Ray. Targeting them. Splicing Glacial Ray. Targeting them. Splicing Glacial Ray. Targeting them. Splicing Glacial Ray. Targeting them. Puppetry on this. Puppetry on this. Can I cast all these? I hope so. Oh my gosh, I can. That's insane. This is the most insane spell ever. Untap 3 lands, do 8 damage to up to 4 targets. All the same. Untap, untap, untap. Then they die. Okay, game 3. Now I know the secrets of their deck. We just need to Psychic Puppetry down their stuff, which seems reasonable. I could bring in Sprite Dragon, actually. It's a really fast clock. Yeah, actually, this is a really fast clock. Even if I'm going off, this is kind of just fantastic. What do I get rid of, though? Because on the draw, I do want the Spell Bombs, because it's possible... They could go off turn 3 very easily, it seems. So actually, no Sprite Dragons. We're just gonna combo them off. Well, we have the Spell Bomb. It's not like... Spell Bomb doesn't win the game in this deck like it does against some other decks, but it makes it much harder for them to go off because they need to get creatures into the graveyard and assemble like a 7-drop. I'm gonna probe to see what's going on. I just realized I also have Ascension in my hand, which is great. Okay, their hand is not likely to go off. In fact, I don't think they can go off next turn, so we're gonna play an island and opt here instead of playing the spell bomb. I just don't want them to know that I have it, mostly. They play mountain. Wait. They could just cast this. Oh no. That's really bad, actually. Yeah, they could just cast Bane of Balagad. I don't have any way to stop that. Okay. Fair enough. Reach Through Mist. It's a good card. We're in a lot of trouble, though. I'm not even going to play Spellbomb. I want to, like, prevent them from seeing that line, if possible. Yeah, Seething Song, Iron Crane Feet, Bane of Balagad. Go. Okay. I guess I can just, at this point, sacrifice my Nihil Spellbomb to the Bane of Balagad. It's actually... Oh, that does 8. I have like 1 turn to win. But we have Pyromancer's Ascension. That's gone, that's gone, that's gone. So their hand is Bane of Balagad, 1 unknown. I feel like the Bane would have been better, but it's hard to say, to be honest. So we want to Thought Scour because we can opt after playing the Ascension. Play our Ascension. Do I land opt? Yes, because I want to hit a bounce land next turn. We don't die this turn. We get 1 turn here. Actually, no, we get a couple because we can tap down the Mer Battlesphere if we hit that thing that taps things down. Yeah, because I go to 6 here. So yeah, if I draw Psychic Puppetry, I actually get another shot too. We yield. I'm getting better at yielding and saying yes to this because this makes the turns go so much faster. Opt into opt, I mean, yes. Reach Through Mists is also in my graveyard, but opt just digs, well, I guess opt just digs deeper. So let's opt. So Pyromancer's Ascension levels up. I need to hit it this turn. Don't want you. I hit an island. So I guess I can just Reach Through Mists and hope to hit it. I draw 2 cards here. Okay. Yeah, I can't do anything else, so we're just gonna cast this, no Splice, and hope to hit Psychic Puppetry as a way to tap down the Battlesphere. Always say yes to copying the spell. Come on, deck. You know you want to give it to me, please. Thought Scour. And I think with Thought Scour, there's no longer an out for me. I think. Thought Scour myself. Yeah, I don't have... Psychic Puppetry costs 2. It costs 1 to Splice, but it does cost 2 to activate. Oh, come on. If I hit that, I would have won. But it is what it is. Maybe they don't attack. That's always possible. It's unlikely. I mean, I've lost at this point. Our opponent GG's. So close. Unbelievably close that game. Spellbomb didn't cost us. I think it would have been an expansion, which I wouldn't have been able to cast anyway. So, see you guys next round. Oh, right, we're playing against Spenny 12. Tell everyone good luck, have fun. And we get to play first, which is always great. This hand looks really good, by the way. Definitely going to keep this. I think I'm going to Temple into Ascension. Definitely putting Opt on top. Okay, Grazer tells me they're probably playing some Fires of Invention deck. Ooh, Field of Rune's actually good against my deck. Because I need these Boiler Works. We do get down this, though, which is nice. This is Pilgrimage. Never mind, they're playing something completely different. Mono Forests Control. I'm wondering what there is to do with this much blue mana. Or green mana. Another Temple. So let's opt. Bottom that one. I don't need that many bounce lands. And then we'll play... I'll play the Boiler Works. It gives us an untapped land next turn. And if our opponent wants to Field of Ruin us, we do get access to Peer Through Depths this turn, which is also good. Okay, so they are doing that. So yeah, okay. Yeah, it's net negative on the turn you do it. Or it's net negative overall, like we go down to 2 mana instead of 3, but we do get extra mana this turn, which is good. Casting this. I don't really need a Splice Glacial Ray. Frantic Surge, Peer Through Depths, Reach Through Mist. So I guess I just want another Peer Through Depths. That will activate my Ascension. Then we want Reach, Frantic Surge, Reach Land. Because it actually has come up when I get to the end of my deck. So I'm being more careful with ordering the last cards in my deck. I love them attacking. Respectable. Assert your dominance. Okay, so we draw Expansion Explosion. I'm just gonna play an untapped land. It's pretty likely we hit a land in the next couple turns. We have a lot of things going on. I have no idea what I'm facing here. They could just like Primal Command my Ascension and that would be kind of rough. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, I didn't know that card was legal. That's problematic. So I can level up the Ascension. That doesn't really do a whole lot for me. Guess we can opt and pretend like we have counter magic. Okay, that actually works. Another Ascension feels alright. So we're gonna save Peer Through Depths now. Or post the second Pyromancer Ascension. Silver Primordial is good though. And they get the City's Blessing. Yeah, this deck's kind of awesome. So we're going to take a hit here. We're going to play another Ascension and just play a tapped Temple. Putting Evermind on the bottom. We're just looking for Opt. They attack us for 6. Hopefully they don't have another one. They cycle. Explore. Sanctum of Ugin. What do they have that's colorless and big? No, what do you have? Whisperwood? Okay. We got like one turn here. Thought Scour helps quite a bit. Yeah, let's Thought Scour ourselves. Thought Scour's in the graveyard, Peer Through Depths. Now I have a Frantic Search. They have one card in hand. I think we're gonna pass turn. Peer Through Depths, Splicing Psychic Puppetry on the Sylvan Primordial. This just gives me more life to Taxing Probe, because I haven't cast any of those yet. Placing this, tapping this. So yeah, unless they drew something very good this turn, we'll be okay, I think. Easy ability, always yes. I guess I can't. There's a Glacial Ray in my graveyard? No. I think I want Gitaxian Probe. I mean, that's why we cast this, so I can cast more of these. Because if I can like probe into probe and just get like a 0... Okay, take 8. Wow, I'm glad I tapped that down. I was actually dead, I think. Also, Whisperwood into Whisperwood is intense. No, I was gonna go down to like 2. Elvish Rejuvenator. Okay, we have a chance to win this. We gotta move real quick. Another Glacial Ray. So, we're gonna start things off with Gitaxian Probe. Another Whisperwood in hand, okay. We draw a land. What do I want to do? I can Psychic Puppetry twice. That seems very slow. I guess I Frantic Surge discarding a Psychic Puppetry. I don't love it, but we're likely to hit some more Frantic Searches. Okay, we draw Is It Boilerwork, so now I just discard. This is actually challenging. Because now I'm out of card draw. Oh no. Yeah, I need Expansion Explosion to win from here, I think. Hang on, so I'm gonna have 4 mana. I can discard 1 Glacial Ray and then cast another Glacial Ray. I guess that's my avenue here. That seems okay. So we do this, play this, turning this island to hand. Then we Glacial Ray, Splicing Psychic Puppetry here. No point in splicing the other one. So this goes up to 2. I don't think I can win from here though. Well, we'll see. I can Psychic Puppetry, Splicing Psychic Puppetry. This targets this. This targets this. I mean, maybe there's hope, but I don't think so. Wait, I need red. Okay. Explosion. Them. Or wait. X damage any target. Target player draws X card. So explosion, them, and I draw. I don't think there's a card I can draw for 1, but sure. We'll draw 2 cards from explosion for 1. I'm just gonna leave these the same. No. Alright. That was just bad draws. 2 cards entered the revealed zone. Artisan of Kozilek, Field of Ruin. So they're just like big green dudes. A respectable way to do it. I think we're in trouble. Sprite Dragon. The thing is, all their stuff has reach. I'm just gonna run it back and just go fast. Alright, let's do this. Going fast. This looks fast. I like how fast this looks. Probe. I'm not paying blue because we could draw like Opt or Thought Scour. They have Wilt, which is a big yikes. They also have Ravenous Trap? Oh, we're in trouble. If we can play this slowly, there's a chance that we can like... They don't have Field of Ruin. Yeah, there's a chance we can play this slowly and catch them like with Wilt when they aren't expecting it. They have Shrine Artisan. They drew Rampant Growth. think they played Forest that we also now know about. Yeah, if I play the Ascension, they're just gonna kill it. So we'll just play a tapped Sulfur Falls and pass. I should have played an island, I just didn't think. Rejuvenator, so they are actually missing land drops, it seems, which is good. And we're drawing lands, which is also good. They landed pass. Like, right now their hand doesn't do anything. They need like so much more mana before their hand does stuff. And this is kind of the problem with over sideboarding. Sometimes you just have a hand that does nothing. Sometimes you draw Rampant Growth. You control 7 or more lands. Okay. So let's Peer Through Depths, Splicing, Nevermind, or Evermind. So we want another Peer Through Depths to go with Pyromancer's Ascension, I think. That seems like the best. And then we want Reach Through Mists, Frantic Search, Glacial Ray, Opt on the bottom. We draw Opt. Also a good card. So I guess so that I don't have to discard the hand size, we're just going to play out the Ascension. I know I made all this fuss about not playing into Wilt, but there's a bunch of Ascensions in our deck. And our opponent's hand currently doesn't do very much. They keep drawing like the perfect cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, Field of Ruin on the Boilerworks is brutal. End of turn we can Opt. Reach Through Mists. Yeah. Land? Oh wow, if they Field of Ruin and upkeep, that'll actually... I think that'll really help me. No! Sure. So now I have extra mana to do all the things I want to do. Which involves 6 mana. We're gonna like Peer Through Depths, double Evermind. Grab an island. Evermind. Evermind. Now we can grab... I could almost at this point just grab enough Glacial Rays to kill them. Maybe that's not a bad idea, just like try and get a ton of mana and just go deep on Glacial Rays. I kind of like that. This is the worst for Pyromancer's Ascension game plan, but I think it'll be okay. I didn't draw a single land? Oh no. Oh, I didn't draw a single land. Okay, that's actually just brutal. That was the plan, was to hit a land. I guess I should have cast Reach Through Mists. That's gross. Discarding Puppetry. And now they can Ravenous Trap my graveyard too. I guess I don't need double Evermind. Discard a Glacial Ray. The card I picked up, I was just banking that in the 3 draw steps I would hit a land, but that's just for my opponent to do. I think they've drawn mono land. I mean, their deck is ramp, right? So they're going to have a bunch of lands, but it still hurts. Yeah, I got pretty punished. Wait. No! No, 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 no! God. Oh, they're going to attack first? 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, wait. That might actually work out, right? If they have 7 or more lands, they now have 8 lands. This actually works out. We can Reach Through Mists, Splicing, Psychic Puppetry to tap down this. Casting, or we can Psychic Puppetry to... Guess we know their hand pretty much. We'll tap down Tranquil Thicket as well, and then I'll cast this. Yeah, I was supposed to do that in their upkeep, but thank goodness my opponent went to combat. Okay, deck, where are the lands? Help. Help. What is happening? Let's probe? Where are my lands? Help! Guess I Frantic Search at this point. Okay, there's an Ascension. I'm gonna discard Expansion Explosion and 1 copy of Puppetry and untap these. Then we can play our Ascension. They probably want to Ravenous Trap our graveyard right now. Yeah. So that's gone, and now, I mean, we can start doing stuff. We'll play lands. Reach Through Mist. Splicing this on this. Splicing this on this. Splicing this. Oh. Tap this. I'm actually not that scared of a Sundering Titan, so I'm going to be a little bit greedy here. If they draw an untapped mana source, so be it. Not only do they draw an untapped mana source, they draw the best mana source. Alright. Sundering Titan comes down, kills my island, kills their forest. I think it was still worth it to go for the card draw. It just worked out not in my favor. There is another Ascension. I guess we probe now. Triple Artisan, we know about that. We do draw a land. We can go land, Ascension. I guess I don't need to go for the Ascension this turn because we're going to puppetry, splicing, puppetry, Evermind on their upkeep. We cast this, targeting this, splicing Evermind. I have 6 mana. Let's splice another puppetry targeting this. Tap this, tap Sundering Titan. Ooh, Thought Scour is very good too. That could just fill our graveyard and that'll be nice. So Rejuvenator. They hit another shrine? Okay, we are in win the game very soon territory. Or we need to win the game very soon, sorry. Thought Scour ourselves. Hit Peer Through Depths. Okay, land, anything? Thought Scour is great. Okay, let's Thought Scour ourselves again. Use the ability. We draw a land, so Reach Through Mist is in there. Peer Through Depths is not. Psychic Puppetry is. I think I did that wrong. I wanted to Thought Scour before casting this. How do I win here? I'm at 10. I mean, I guess they just have Artisan of Kozilek, which doesn't do anything right now, really. I definitely missed sequence, but I think we can recover. We just do this, and we're going to Psychic Puppetry, letting them casting the Artisan. Yeah. We know their hand now. 7, 8, 9. We could also just go to 1. How many puppetries? 1 was exiled, so 2 puppetries were exiled, 1 is in the graveyard, so I kind of need this one. I need this puppetry to win the game. So I cannot cast it, even though it would trigger my Pyromancer's Ascension. Cast and splice the puppetry. Tapping this. I don't have enough red mana, so I think I actually have to take a Frantic Search here. Glacial Ray is good and all, but I think we're okay. Tap this. I think they almost, at this point, they probably just want to activate Arch of Orazca and try and find an answer, because Artisan doesn't do a whole lot. But I guess they can... Yeah, I guess this is better than doing nothing. And we opt... Don't actually want another Ascension. Okay, opt was good. And a Boilerworks, I think we got this. We can opt. So let's always yes, always yield to this one. Always yes to this one. So now that goes through. Pyromancer's Ascension is online. We can bottom this land. We play our Boilerworks. So I've used 1 Frantic Search here, 1 here. So there's quite a few left. So I'm actually just going to run out this Frantic Search now. Bouncing this land. We're going to float some red because I actually do need some red. Frantic Search. Copy Frantic Search. Discard lands. Untap these. And red, red, blue. Frantic Search again. Discard lands. Untap these. Peer Through Depths is in my graveyard. So now we can do this. And Peer Through Depths, splicing a bunch of stuff. And probably just win. Casting Puppetry on the Boilerworks. Glacial Ray on them. Glacial Ray on them. I don't really need to Evermind, I don't think. Always yes, always yield to this one. We can grab, I think just another Frantic Search is fine. Although, actually Reach Through Mist is good too. Oh wait, Expansion works. That's perfect. Float this. Use blue. Expansion targeting this Peer Through Depths. Oh gosh. Same targets. So now we get a copy. Oh my gosh, this is complicated, but I think we're doing it here. We'll get Glacial Ray. Untap the Boilerworks. Easy ability, yes. Same targets. Float mana. Copy this. Keep the targets the same. Let it resolve. Grabbing Reach Through Mists. Any order. Untap. It's infinite? No, but lethal. Maybe it is infinite. I don't actually know. Okay. Game 2, somehow we got that. Game 3. Yeah, we actually beat a good bit of disruption and hate. I wish this deck had counter magic instead of these expansion explosions in the sideboard. That was a mistake. Just countering Wilt or Ravenous Trap would be huge. I could bring in Sprite Dragon again. Like, that's just another Pyromancer's Ascension they can't kill. And if they're just having a bunch of Ravenous Traps, let's actually bring in these Sprite Dragons. I'm gonna cut 1 expansion and I actually think the puppetries are good against their big creatures. But I could see a world where like too many is not great. Yeah, I'll get rid of 1 puppetry. I don't know, it's risky. But I think Sprite Dragon has a chance of closing it out pretty quickly if their hand's just full of wilts or whatever. Oh, this hand has mana. I will keep this, even though it's quite slow. Thought Scour is always a good start. And do I want to play Boilerworks turn 2? No, but I think I want to like start casting spells now rather than later. When it has Explore to a Forest. 5 cards left. I kind of want to opt instead of Thought Scour for now. Frantic Search is good. I'll put that on top. 2 Frantic Searches, not as good, but I'll play Sulfur Falls. This way I can go Thought Scour into opt maybe. My opponent could Ravenous Trap, but yeah. If I Boilerworks, they just Field of Ruin, so not the best of situations. This is Pilgrimage. Will they even have Spell Mastery? Okay, we might lose this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're actually very close to having 7 mana. Let's Scour ourselves. Okay, we do hit the Ascension, so I'm actually going to save opt. I mean, we have to get lucky and hope that they don't have too big of a thing, but we can go Pyromancer Ascension, play our Temple of Epiphany, because we can, is it Boilerworks? Expansion? I want to bottom that. I want more Arcanes. I only have 4 minutes left. Let's F6. Hope they don't have Sylvan Primordial. Just some like Sundering Titan. Or, even better, it's just a Rejuvenator. Okay, there's hope. I think it's in my best interest to try and go off this turn. So let's do that. We're gonna tap blue, play the Boilerworks, and right now we can Frantic Search. Discarding a land, and I guess a Psychic Puppetry. Untapping these. Now we could just bounce our island. So now we have extra mana, which we can use to opt. Always add counters, always yes, always yield. Bottom the island. Glacial Ray is fine, so we can Frantic Search again, and this will turn on Pyromancer's Ascension. Discarding island. Do I want to discard the second copy of Pyromancer's Ascension? I have 3 minutes left. I think I'm going to. I don't know, that could definitely be wrong, but it feels like I want to do something like... Now I have Ascension going. This is 4 mana, so I can Peer Through Depths. No, I can Reach Through Mists, Splicing, Psychic Puppetry, Glacial Ray. Ability, always yes. I have 2 minutes, we can do this. Untap yes. Oh, that's perfect. Untap yes. Let's probe. Twice, sure. Oh, they just have lands. Wait, I could just let this... I don't actually have to try and win this turn. Their hand's so bad. But let's Peer Through Depths. Splicing Puppetry on the Boilerworks. Because if I do pass turn, they are going to... Okay, what do we have? Evermind, Reach Through Mists, Gitaxian Probe. I guess I want Reach Through Mists. We're looking for like a Frantic Search. Tap. Glacial Ray, Peer Through Depths, Reach Through Mists. Untap. I have a minute. I can do this. Cast. Splicing this here. This here. This here. God, why does it do this? Cast and Splice. I can only do 2, so it's going to be Puppetry on this. Glacial Ray there. Named card targets. Untap. Tap. Untap. Tap. Do the same thing. Reach Through Mists. Oh, wait. No. Yeah, this here. Glacial Ray there. Say the 1. Untap. Tap. Untap. Tap. I think I can do this. Glacial Ray. Targeting them. Splicing Glacial Ray. Targeting them. Psychic Puppetry here. Same. Tap. And tap. Oh, we did it with 39 seconds left. Oh my goodness. That was so close. Okay, sorry if the commentary wasn't the greatest. This deck is very tedious to play in Magic Online, but it's awesome. The combo potential of this deck is actually quite fantastic, I think. We had a bunch of different lines. We could have gone for like Sprite Dragon into things, but I think the Glacial Rays was probably the most damage. That was like 8 damage for 0 mana. Pretty good rate. See you guys next round. Oh, right, we're playing against Mild-Mannered Janitor. This deck is really like mentally taxing. I think it would be much easier to play in paper than it is online, but I guess Penny Dreadful does not exist on paper. Yep, I am in fact Caleb. We're keeping a lot of one-landers with this deck, but with like 15 ops, I think it's fine. Well, it's very nice. They say thanks for the content, then you do. No problem. I'm gonna keep this hand. I'm on the draw? That's unacceptable. But they mulligan and they played a plane, so that's good. Hopefully we don't see any Dryad Militants. That would be unfortunate. Okay, Frantic Search is fine. We're just gonna pass and then opt. I would like to opt first because missing a second land drop is... Ooh, this looks fun. Missing a second land drop is a very easy way to lose. So opt just looks at 2 cards, whereas Thought Scour just looks at 1. Don't want that. Okay, Temples... Now I'll probably just Thought Scour. With 2 lands in play, we can cast most things. I even get to Scry. Okay, well I guess I don't want to Thought Scour myself just yet, so I'm going to cast Reach Through Mist. It's important to cast like a variety of spells. Don't know what opponent's doing, but whenever I see Ornithopter, I get excited. Frogmite, yeah. 2 cards in hand. Is Cranial Plating legal? There's got to be some big payoff that I don't know is legal. Like, what was that card? It's like white, colorless. All artifacts get +2/+2 or something. That would be sick here. So we know the top card, so casting Reach Through Mist is just better. This does give up the gig a little bit, but we have like a million cards in hand, so let's Thought Scour ourselves now. Okay, we just hit like so many Thought Scours. I will play Sulfur Falls and just pass turn. I have Psychic Puppetry available if I need to, off of Reach Through Mist. I don't know if Cranial Plating exists. I should probably prevent as much damage as possible, so I am going to Reach Through Mist, splicing Puppetry on the Homunculus. Because next turn, if we draw Glacial Ray, I can always peer through depths into Glacial Ray and be okay that way. Tap it, yes. I draw another Frantic Search. Yeah, that's the one. Tempered Steel. Glad to see that post-combat. Opponent's wisely playing around counter magic. I don't have any, but I think it is wise anyway. Let's just run out a Frantic Search in the wild. Probably gonna end up discarding this Expansion Explosion. It's been pretty bad. Although, I think I'll just discard these 2 lands, actually. Have these. The downside of the bounce land is I can no longer Psychic Puppetry this turn. Wait, yeah I can. I can do this. I can play the Boiler Works. Then I can peer through depths, splicing Psychic Puppetry, and untapping my Boiler Work. Grabbing a Probe. Putting those in any order. Have I cast Probe this game? I don't think so. Bouncing this. I can hold up Expansion Explosion. I'm about to take 10 damage and fall to 6. I think I'm just gonna hard cast a Jataxian Probe. Whoa. Let's see your hand. Normally I would advise against this, but they only have 2 cards in hand. I don't think I died to a Tempered Steel. They have Dispatch Signal Test. Okay. So we need to like find a lot next turn. We'll put it that way. We're down to 6. They go Signal Pest. Dispatch just exiles creatures. Whoa, they don't even play Signal Pest. Okay. That makes sense, I guess, playing around a Wrath. But our opponent's Caution might be their own demise as well. Let's opt. Or I guess I want a Frantic Search. I don't want to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I Frantic Search, I can go up to 6 mana. And that will let me Psychic Puppetry Evermind and then copy it with Expansion. Basically, is it better to play it safe or go for it here? I think I'm just gonna play it safe. That enters tapped. Oh god, that's bad. Well, now we're in big trouble. Yeah, not about that one. I could Frantic Search and potentially hit Pyromancer's Ascension. I don't think I'm gonna make it active, so I'm just gonna Frantic Search during their thing. Having that land enter tapped was so bad. Because now I pretty much have to... Well, I can draw stuff off of Frantic Search, so we'll start with that. I think I want to discard Evermind Island and tap these. In beginning of combat, we can Psychic Puppetry the 4/4 that costs 2. Psychic Puppetry the other 4/4. This taps this one. This taps this one. And we Evermind. I think we can cast this at least. Tap this. Tap this. Draw a card. There's the Ascension. Okay. And them not playing Signal Pest, I think actually might have lost them the game. They wouldn't know that I'm playing Control, right? That'd be so sick if now I had a board wipe. But I think our opponent played fine. There's like, I look like a control deck, right? So there's, they're just playing around the psychic puppetries that I do have rather than the board wipes, which they haven't even seen. And that makes total perfect sense. Here we can play Pyromancer's Ascension. And probe down to 2 life. This will put Ascension up to 1. Always yes, always yields this ability. This is what's timing me out. And if we can draw something to splice onto Psychic Puppetry, Glacial Ray. Okay. This is a pretty awkward situation. I have Psychic Puppetry in my graveyard, right? Just 1. I'm likely to hit more. I guess I'm deciding, do I want to double opt or double puppetry? I guess I want to double puppetry because that's a lot of mana. Let's just opt. Reach through mist. Ooh, that was a fantastic draw. Holy cow, that was good. So now we play our Boiler Works. We want blue. We play the Boiler Works. Then we can reach through mist, splicing puppetry, targeting Boiler Works. Start accruing mana. We'll target this one now. We just untap our Boiler Works, we draw some cards. We have Psychic Puppetry available. Add mana. Untap for sure. At this point, I think I can just return a Sulfur Falls to hand. Okay, what now? I guess it involves Glacial Ray, splicing Psychic Puppetry. I can opt before I do that though, but I don't see the need. So let's just do this. Glacial Ray. Do I want to kill their creatures? There's really no chance of killing their creatures, so we're just going face. Splicing Puppetry on, is it Boiler Works? And we want as much blue as possible. Untap the Boiler Works, float mana. Untap the Boiler Works. Okay, so now I need to find another Arcane for Psychic Puppetry. So, the Puppetry in my graveyard. Actually, what if I just play Pyromancer's Ascension here, and then opt into Puppetry? That's probably good enough. Opt. Because now I get all these triggers. If I find a single 1-mana Arcane spell, we're like doing really well. Bottom this. I could also just find Frantic Surge. Use the ability. Yes. Bottom this. So now I get to Puppetry on the Boiler Works. Target this one. Untap for sure. So that goes up to 2. So now I have double active Pyromancer's Ascensions. I cannot Frantic Search. I cannot Pyromancer's Ascension before Frantic Searching. So let's just Frantic Search here. Drawing a bunch of cards, and I could actually probably get enough mana at this point to just kill them with expansion. So let's make that the game plan, because that sounds fun. Untap this, this, and this. Use the ability, yes. Float mana. Discard another Ascension. Untap this. Yeah, I could just kill them with expansion. Alright, expansion was good. I'll give them that. Draw 2, discard this. I don't even need probe. I will just die if I cast it, so let's not do that. Could also just Glacial Ray, splicing Glacial Ray, I think. And that's each Glacial Ray, splicing Glacial Ray is like an insane amount of damage. I think this is just Leaf on its own. I don't even know what all these targets are, but we're hitting them for damage. We draw another expansion. I'll just copy this. I know I could Explosion, but this is kind of cool. Same target. Okay. Hit them. Hit them. Use the ability, yes. Same targets. Okay, okay. They die. Sweet! Alright, game 1 we took it down. Game 2 gets scarier. They have a lot of creatures. I mean, Storm's Wrath is probably pretty good here. Pyroclasm I don't love because as soon as they get Tempered Steel I just can't do anything. They almost certainly have like some type of graveyard hate, so Saheeli's okay. The problem is, I think I get rid of these. The problem with Saheeli is that she dies to like Ornithopters pretty easily, so I don't think I want to bring in Saheeli. I kind of want to go Glorybringer Sprite Dragon just for some plan B. And I'm guessing they're going to have a good bit of enchantment removal. So what are we getting rid of? I guess Glorybringer Storm's Wrath is not the best combo, but I think it's fine. We get rid of a Psychic Puppetry. I'm going to get rid of a Frantic Search. I almost want to cut a Pyromancer's Ascension. They're playing white. They probably just have removal for the Ascension. So like, but drawing them is so good. I'm going to cut one opt. I don't actually know what to cut from this deck. It's pretty tough. I think Evermind makes this deck have some really good like late game win cons. Sprite Dragon seems like an excellent card in the matchup. I think I'm going to go down to 2 Frantic Searches and cut a Thought Scour and run it like that. This could definitely be wrong. I'm just kind of making this up as I go. I don't really have a sideboard guide, but I don't want to lose to just them playing like 3 Nihil Spell Bombs. Hand is good though. I need to play quick, so we're going to F6. Turn 1, we Thought Scour most likely. Maybe I do want Pyroclasm, because they only Tempered Steel turn 3. It's hard to say. We're going to Thought Scour though, because I could put Taxing Probes in our graveyard and then we could Ascension really quickly. I think I want Pyroclasms on the play. We also get information from Probe, like whether or not they sideboarded, because I'll feel pretty silly if I sided out Pyromancer's Ascension and they just didn't have any like interaction. Frogmite, okay. Thought Scour myself. Island Boiler Works. Red Source? Glorybringer. Let's Probe Ping the Life. Normally I would not do this, but if we draw Red Source, we can just jam an Ascension, and that's huge. Okay, so they do have Revoke Existence, but it's sorcery speed. So that's actually good to know about. Land go. So they do have interaction. So our game plan now is to just somehow get the red mana to cast a Glorybringer. I think they're also missing a land, but this is a pretty fast clock regardless. I'm not going to cast Reach Through Mists because even if we do like make it through this couple turns, I think I want a Frantic Search here. I guess I want to Reach Through Mist Evermind first. I can Frantic Search on my turn after I draw a red source, because if I draw a bounce land actually, I can cast Glorybringer, and that'll be good. Take 5 per turn, so I get 2 more hits of this unless they have another creature. Which they do. So I die next turn, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Reach Through Mist, Splicing Evermind. Bright Dragon. Okay, so Puppetry I can survive, but it's going to be very sketchy. Don't love that. I think now is the time to run out of Frantic Search, because we want to hit a red source. There's our red source, and there's a lot of Puppetries as well. I mean, if they draw any land, they're just going to Tempered Steel me out of the game. What am I doing here? I can play Sprite Dragon and Psychic Puppetry, and then they can't really attack with Signal Pest. That puts me to 1. I kind of want to discard this Ascension, because they have Revoke Existence. I think we can beat this. We're discarding Ascension and Island. Or, I guess Ascension Frantic Search. Untapping these. We're going in. Sulfur Falls. Get down the Sprite Dragon now. Although, yeah, I Sprite Dragon and then I die to removal though. That's fine. We're okay dying to removal. We're playing to win here. We Sprite Dragon. If they draw a land, we do lose. So I can Psychic Puppetry in their upkeep, and then I have good blocks. Because if I block here, I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I go to 1. Yeah, so we're going to Psychic Puppetry in their upkeep, tap down a land. Tap to plains, yes. Go to 1. But 1 is not 0. We do that, we block here. Core Homunculus was bad though. We need to draw some things. Glacial Ray might have actually been what we needed, to be honest. I can Glacial Ray. Yeah, I think I still die if they top deck. I still die if they top deck a land. Because I can Glacial Ray the Core Homunculus and then tap down the Frogmite and then block Memnite and go to 0 or take no damage. There's no way that I can think of for me to Psychic Puppetry tapping a land. I can Psychic Puppetry Glacial Ray, block here, but then I take a damage, so. And this only takes 4 mana, so I can opt. It also grows my Sprite Dragon. I don't want 2 of these. Not cast Probe either. Fast turn. So if they top deck a land, we lose. But we're playing around that. And if they don't top deck a land this turn, we actually can win, I think, because we're gonna kill a creature this turn, and then we're going to kill a creature with Glacial Ray again. They did top deck the land. Yeah, we just die. Because I can kill 1, tap 1, block 1, take 2. Fair enough. That was close. I think I played that okay. There's probably some line I could have done better. I think on the play I kind of like Pyroclasms. I'm actually going to get rid of Pyromancer's Ascension because they are... Well, they might bring in removal again. I'm not sure. Basically, I'm like, Revoke Existence isn't even that scary even if I am playing Ascension. I also really like the idea of Saheeli Glorybringer. So Maybe on the play we do Sahili Glorybringer stuff. Yeah, you know what? Let's go full control. I'm gonna see how this works. I don't think this is optimal, but I want to know what happens. I guess I don't really want this many frantic searches now. Let's just see what happens. I don't think it's optimal. I don't think it's the best idea, but it seems the most fun. And I love Glorybringer. So Glorybringer win con is something I'm super down for. Going first. Okay, I drew the Ascension anyway, so it didn't even matter. And we'll just lead on the Temple. I think I still just play the Ascension turn 2 bounce land. How do I feel about this? I'm gonna bottom it. I think I'm likely to hit lands with all this card draw and things going on. Also, Pyroclasm is pretty good with Pyromancer's Ascension. You know, if you can like double Clasm, that would wipe the board. So I probably should have just had that in the deck because basically it. Okay. I'm gonna get greedy. We're gonna let them play out their next turn, and then we Clasm the board. Hopefully, the downside of playing Pyromancer's Ascension is my opponent might be tempted to just revoke existence, and then I like don't get to Pyroclasm. So let's not see that. I just want to see like triple Ornithopter Signal Pest creatures. Yeah, that was actually my bad. I should have not played the Ascension for a couple reasons, but mostly it just gives them an out to, you know, cast that on curve and then play Tempered Steel next turn. I think it's still in my best interest to wait on Pyroclasm because they don't want to play Tempered Steel on a board with just a Court Homunculus. They want to get down creatures first. But let it be known, if I had sided out the all of my Pyromancer's Ascensions, my opponent would have a dead Revoke Existence in hand. So there's something to be said about that. Ugh, fine. Creature? Okay, at least I'm getting a 2-for-1 here, and I'm okay with that. Glinthawk Idol is problematic, but it is what it is. Ooh, okay, this is even better. So like, yeah, if I just don't play that, I don't take the 2 off the Court Homunculus, my opponent just still has Revoke Existence in hand. Thought Scour myself. Thought Scour Glacial Ray Island. Okay. Ooh, Probe is great. I'm gonna Probe, and I'm actually going to pay the mana here. Signal Pest Glinthawk Idol. Sahili looking awkward. We're gonna Pyroclasm. I can't take this much damage here, but the Glinthawk Idols are reasonably problematic because they have flying. I can't kill them with sorcery speed removal. I can block them with Glorybringer, but I need to get to that point. And they play Signal Pest and hit me for 2. What do we need to draw? Glacial Ray? Yeah, I think it's Glacial Ray that we want to draw. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna pass turn. We're gonna Glacial Ray Glinthawk Idol. That brings the clock down to 3. And then I can Glacial Ray the next Glinthawk Idol mid-combat. Play Memnite. Okay, so Memnite I'm not that scared of. It's just these big birds. Do I regret bottoming the island? Not really, because I wouldn't have had Glacial Ray this turn. Alright, let's reach through mists. Splicing, Glacial Ray. Targeting this. Splice on Arcane is so insane. I love it so much. This is 1 mana, draw a card, kill a thing, keep Glacial Ray. And then I could just Glacial Ray the Glinthawk Idol next turn. Like, that's so good. Any red source and we're set to Glorybringer? Never mind. Okay. We're gonna pass turn. And part of me wants to just Psychic Puppetry if they don't activate the Glinthawk. They have a Court Homunculus. Okay. That triggers that. We're going to kill the Glinthawk Idol because I can sorcery speed wipe everything else. And then we're going to top deck a red source for Glorybringer and it's going to be great. Wait, why didn't I do this the other way? This made no sense. I was supposed to Psychic Puppetry this turn and keep Glacial Ray. Alright, well, we're here. No, it's not too late actually. I can do this the incorrect way, taking 2 extra damage. Because this lets me keep my Glacial Ray. This just makes way more sense. So if I die for 2 life, that's on me. But an important thing when you're playing Magic is to never fall into like the sunk cost fallacy. Like, because I did this turn, you know, now I'm priced into casting Glacial Ray. There's no reason to do that. I'm at 9 now, and that is what it is. Red source. Okay, island. What do I want to do here? I can Glacial Ray plus Evermind and try and hit a tapped red source. I can place a Healy and then just cast Glacial Ray. Then if I draw a red source, I can Glorybringer. I think I really want to maximize my chances of hitting red mana. So we're just going to Sorcery Speed Glacial Ray Signal past attacks for the most potential damage. It also makes future Ornithopters better, so I guess I killed that. It also is the only thing Saheeli tokens can't block. Okay, now we have Sulfur Falls. Next turn, we get to do the dirty things with Glorybringer. And I'm really hoping that 2 life that I lost doesn't hurt me. We're just hoping opponent's hand is full of Revoke Existence. Fort Homunculus. It might hurt me. We'll see. Oh, that was good. So we can go Saheeli into Frantic Search. That gives me a 1/1 blocker. If I draw any spell, then I don't die to Tempered Steel off the top. Basically, if I play an Exert Glorybringer, I take 3. If they play Tempered Steel, I actually die. No, I don't die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. Glorybringer is just the correct play here then. Yeah, because I kill that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. Man, I love this card. Attack and Exert. Kill this. And do I want to play this land? Yes, because I want to Saheeli into Frantic Search. Again, I'm very sorry to all my opponents for how long this deck plays, but it's quite complicated. Splice onto Arcane is just like a difficult thing to navigate. What is... Whoa, 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 whoa! No! It didn't matter the 2 life, but that was an insane top deck. Oh my gosh. That sucks. I mean, they probably had a couple top decks, but I could have, if I knew that card was in the format, I could have played Saheeli into Frantic Search, and then just had a blocker plus a spell. I didn't know that card was in the format. That was super lucky for them. Alright, well, we got sniped. I think that was a misplay. The highest value play is Saheeli Frantic Search, discard Evermind or whatever, draw spells, get some tokens, trump block with the tokens, then next turn play a spell and Glorybringer, double Exert. That was just better. I love this card. Alright, see you guys next round. Alright, so I actually cut out round 5. I played against Control and it was a miserable video. It took forever. So just for the sake of video length, I'm shorting it. You just see the 4 that you saw. I definitely lost that round. And I learned a lot of things already from things I'd like to improve. First, I know I said that I didn't die to the Tempered Steel. I actually did die to Tempered Steel with the line that I made. So I think just playing Glorybringer was wrong overall. That was just not the right play. Saheeli was the correct play. So I should have won that one. And I think overall the deck performed really well. There was a couple things that I didn't like. I didn't really like the Expansion Explosion sideboard plan. Like having 2 in the main felt good. Like I used them a lot to copy spells, but I don't, this doesn't really stop like my opponent just removing my Pyromancer's Ascension, right? Copying a disenchant doesn't do anything for me. So I think I want to move to a more controlling build, because what really surprised me from playing this deck is just how good like Glacial Ray, Splicing, Psychic Puppetry, or like Reach Through Mist, Splicing, Glacial Ray, and Psychic Puppetry, tapping down a blocker, killing a creature. Like that was really good for a lot of games. I won a lot of games without even needing to go off with Ascension. And then like, you know, down the road, I play an Ascension, my graveyard's full, then I opt and win the game. It's pretty sick. So I think I want to try and build a more controlling shell. Counterspell is legal, so I want to try and put counterspells in the main deck. Frantic Search, I definitely don't need this many. It's like, you need this card for the normal deck, but because we have Psychic Puppetry and like infinite untaps, going off is so easy with any card in our deck. So we could go down to like 2 Frantic Searches. It's good when you need mana, but otherwise it's just fine. So we could like cut the Frantic Searches and something like that and add some counter spells and build like this control Ascension deck. That sounds really fun. So I'm gonna do that. See you guys next time.